Welcome to Bodybuilding Simplified, where I make complicated things easy to understand. Today I'm gonna be talking about the push-pull legs split, aka PPL. I'm gonna tell you what push-pull legs split actually is, what are the pros and cons, and how to build a push-pull leg split yourself that will best fit your needs. And if you don't wanna build anything yourself, there will also be an example push-pull leg routine that you can use. And before we actually start, remember that you should choose a training split that best fits your schedule and that you actually enjoy. Because if you do something you don't like, you will most likely not be able to stick to it for a longer time. So even though some split might be most optimal, you are still better off doing something that you look forward to and that you actually enjoy. Ultimately, this is what is gonna give you the best results. The consistency and hard work are the key, no matter the split. So let's get started. What actually is the push-pull leg split? As you can see by the name, it's a split that divides your workouts into 3 specific workouts. So first, the push workout, where you train the upper body pushing muscles, so chest, shoulders and the triceps. Then we have the pull workout, which focuses on the upper body pulling muscles, so the back and the biceps. And the leg workout is of course focused on training your legs, so quads, hamstrings, glutes and calves. Now let's talk about the pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. Push-pull legs will allow you to really focus on specific muscle groups, and it will also give you a lot of time to recover between sessions, because you are going to be training other parts of your body before you get to the same body part again. And now for the cons. The thing I hate the most about the push-pull leg split personally is that you have to do a compound lift for the chest and also for the shoulders in the same day, which means that the compound lift that you are going to do second is gonna be less effective because you are already weakened from the first compound press. And also, if you are having problems with your shoulders, like if they hurt when you do too much pressing, that's also not gonna be very nice. But there are ways to get around that, which I will talk about later. Now let's talk about how push-pull legs is usually run. There are many variations that you can use, but I would personally recommend the 6-day per week schedule as it's the easiest to program. You can either take the rest day after 3 sessions in between the week, or you can take the rest day at the end of the week. Do whatever suits you better. Now let's get into the most important part, the routine example that I have prepared for you. There are a couple of things you should keep in mind when you are building a training split. I have talked about these things in a video about training and programming. So if you have not seen that video yet, go check it out to learn more about crafting the most effective split of your dreams. I will be applying the methods I mentioned in that video to this training split, so it can be as effective as possible. So, when you want to make a push-pull leg split, you should have at least 2 to 3 exercises for each body part in the given day. Don't go over this number. Trust me, it will become an absolute mess when you add so many unnecessary exercises. So let's start with the push day 1. This push day is gonna be more focused on the chest. So the first thing you are gonna do is that you will work your way up, so you are warmed up for your main exercise for the chest. Then you can start your 2 sets of bench press in the 5 to 8 rep range. You should really use weight that is challenging so you can get stronger. And after you are done with those 2 sets, you are going to do 1 back off set in the 8 to 12 rep range, which means you are gonna lower the weight a little bit, but you still want it to be challenging. Then you will move on to the incline bench press, and you will do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, and you finish it off with 3 sets of dumbbell flies in the 12 to 20 rep range. These exercises covered the chest part of the push day. Now we can move on to the shoulders. Since you will be a little weaker after all that pressing you have already done, you will do 3 sets for your overhead press in the 12 to 15 rep range. So that means you are going to be using a weight that is a little lighter. Now the only exercises left in this push day are cable pushdowns, skull crushers and lateral raises. For all of these, you want to do 3 sets of 12 to 20 reps. You can do them in whatever order you want. You can even superset them so you get them done faster. So this was the whole push day 1. Now I'm gonna show you push day 2 immediately so you can see the differences right away. So push day 2 is gonna be more focused on the shoulders. Because remember when I said that you have to do both chest and shoulder compound presses in the same workout? So either the chest or the shoulders are gonna suffer, depending on what you do later in the workout. This is the solution. The first push day we did chest first and focused on getting stronger on it, and then did shoulders later with lighter weight. Now it's gonna be the other way around, because we want to get the best of both worlds. So you will start your push day 2 with working your way up, so you are warmed up for your 2 heavy sets of overhead press in the 5 to 8 rep range. And then you do a 1 back off set in the 8 to 12 rep range. And now you can start with your chest exercises. First the flat bench press, 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, and then incline press variation of your choice, ideally something different from push day 1, for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. And then you finish it up with 3 sets of cable flies in the 12 to 20 rep range. And again, at the end you are left with the tricep pushdown, skull crusher and lateral raise. For all of them, do 3 sets of 12 to 20 reps. So these were the push days 1 and 2 that focus on chest, shoulders and triceps. Now let's move to the pulling workouts, which will target the back and the biceps. So the pull workout number 1 is gonna be more focused on the vertical pulling movements. So you start with weighted pull-ups in the 8 to 12 rep range for 3 sets, and if you can do a weighted pull-up, you can just do bodyweight pull-ups or even assisted pull-ups. Now you are gonna move over to straight arm pull downs, 3 sets of 12 to 20 reps. And then 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps of a rowing exercise. I will use the Meadows row here, as it's one of my favorite ones. And then you finish your back with 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps of shrugs. This finished the back portion of the pull day 1. But we still have all the bicep exercises to do. So first you are going to do 3 sets of barbell strict curl in the 8 to 10 reps, really trying to focus on getting stronger. After that you need a curl variation that focuses on your brachialis, so for example hammer curl, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. And lastly something for your biceps peak, so 3 sets of 12 to 20 reps on the preacher curl. And now we are almost done with this pull day 1. The last thing left is the rear delts. Even though they are a part of the shoulder, they are trained on the pull days and not on the push days, because rear delts are working in a lot of pulling exercises, which means it's better to train them on pull days. So we are going to do 3 sets of bent over rear delt flies in the 12 to 20 rep range. Okay, so this was the pull day 1. Now let's go to the pull day 2. Pull day 2 is gonna be more focused on the horizontal pulling movements. So you start with 3 sets of barbell rows in the 8 to 12 rep range. Then you move on to the seated cable row, where you do 3 sets of 12 to 20 reps. These were your horizontal focused movements. Now let's add in one vertical movement, so do 3 sets of lat pull downs in the 12 to 15 reps. And finish your back with 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps of shrugs again. But this time, do them behind your back. Now for the bicep focused part of the pull day 2. Start again with 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps of barbell strict curls, then move over to cable hammer curls in the 12 to 20 reps, and lastly do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps of concentration curls. And you need to finish the workout with 3 sets of a real delt exercise. We did the bent over real delt flies in the previous day, so now we are going to do 3 sets of 12 to 20 reps of face pulls. So that's it, this concludes all the pulling days. Now the last 2 days missing are the 2 leg days. So the leg day number 1 is gonna be more focused on the quads. We will start with squats, so warm up until you get to your working weight, then do 2 sets of 5 to 8 reps and 1 back off set in the 8 to 12 rep range. Then you do 3 sets of lunges in the 12 to 20 rep range and finish your quads off with 3 sets of 12 to 20 reps of leg extensions. This concludes all the work for the quads on this day. Now we need one exercise for the hamstrings, so do 3 sets of Romanian deadlifts in the 8 to 12 rep range. And don't forget about calves. Do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps of calf raises at the end of your workout. So this was the leg day number 1. Now let's move on to the leg day number 2. So leg day number 2 is more focused on the hamstrings and the glutes. So you will start with 3 sets of hip thrusts in the 8 to 12 rep range. Then you do 3 sets of good mornings in the 8 to 12 rep range, and then you do 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps of hamstring curls. Next up, you do 3 sets of leg press in the 12 to 20 rep range, and then you finish the glutes with 3 sets of 12 to 20 reps of the glute kickbacks. And once again, don't forget about your calves. So 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps of calf raises. So this completes the leg day number 2 and also the whole push-pull leg training split. Now you should know everything about this training split, so go ahead and try it out for yourself. If you still have any questions about this split, ask them in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and to share this video with anyone who is struggling to find a good training split for them. And if you still haven't subscribed, this would be a great time to do so. Thanks!